Brooke, you just play that. Play your guitar. Yeah, right. I don't know what that was. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wheaty. To the Wheaty, I should say. We're almost locals now. Been here 2 days. This is a song about anticipation, about that feeling when something's about to happen. Okay? Let's go! Street lamps, let them shine on the city. Road maps, let them swallow the street. Oh, the high street bridge sure looks pretty. Never understand why until now. But I'm laying in the bed and the rain is falling by my head. I don't need no one's company. Tell me, why do I feel like the night is calling? Soon I'll be out, I'll be wandering the street. Half night and it's late and I'm restless. It's time and I've a date to keep with a band to see, and I'm on the guest list. Catch a tram and I find me a seat up the back. Now I'm rolling through the bar and the drinks are flowing through my heart. The band are playing with a light in their eyes. Tell me, why must I hold up this bar until morning, till I can see some more light in the sky? Home, one more drink, toast the city. Cut the light, turn the lamp down low. On the high street, bridge trucks are busy. Once they're gone, I don't care where they go, 'cause I'm alright. Now I'm laying in the bed and the rain is falling by my head. I don't need no one's company. Tell me, why do I yield to this urge for roaming when the city's calling me? When the city's calling me, the lovely city calling me. I hear that city calling me. Yep. Well, there came a man on a stolen horse and he rode right onto the page. Burning bright but not for long, lit up with a holy rage. No turning back for a child of grace with the blood red on his hands. Never known to hide a woman, never had an honest man. Mother gone to jail and his father dead. Daily rising, the price upon his head. Our sunshine, our sunshine. Through the fire and flood, through the dust and the mud, through the tears tears and the blood keep riding on. Ever trapped in a suit of steel with a hotel burning behind, betrayed by his companions and a train waiting down the line, forever caught on a bareback horse getting through by the skin of his teeth. One more for the ladies and one more for the police, riding all night, hungry, tired and cold, into the misty morning. It never grows. Our sunshine, our sunshine. Through the fire and flood, through the dust and the mud, through the tears and the blood keep riding on. Through the fire and flood, through the dust and the mud, through the tears and the blood keep riding on. Judge's chair, he said my mind is free and easy. I'll see you there, our sunshine, our sunshine. The fire and flood, through the dust and the mud, through the tears and the blood keep riding on. Through the fire and flood, through the dust and the mud, through the tears and the blood keep riding on. Fire and flood, dust and mud, tears and the blood keep riding on. Keep riding on. Keep riding on, 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 on. Keep riding on. Would you hug my back to keep me warm while the night goes creeping as if there were a dreadful form through our window peeping? Sweat comes trickling down my back, I can't sleep for trying. Would you hold me close, whisper sweet, tell me I'm not dying? Would you hug my back to keep me warm though the night's so balmy as if there were a dreadful storm? I'm the one needs calming. Will you tell me worries they of you? Say you love me only, that I am good enough for you. You'll not leave me lonely. Would you hug my back to keep me warm though you're busy dreaming while the cockies creep, the muzzies swarm, through the night come teeming? Will you let me scratch? Will you let me whinge? Listen to me on it. Will you kick my ass, push me out, say dear boy it's morning? Hey! Would you hug my back to keep me warm though you're busy dreaming while the cockies creep and the fuzzy swarm, and through the night come teeming. Will you let me scratch? Will you let me whinge? Will you listen to me yawning? Will you kick my arms and push me out? Say, dear boy, it's morning. Hey! Boxing Day, we're loading up the covered wagon with presents that I didn't need for a 5-day drive. Christmas Day, eating, drinking to distraction. I couldn't wait to take my leave. Everything behind to get to you, to make it right. 'Cause I'm not looking high or low, but I won't let a good thing go. I keep on driving through the night. I'm on the road to make it right. 28 and the Great Pacific Highway could break the heart of anyone trying to stay alive. Single lane, fucking roadworks. I can't believe the time it takes. I'll be there by New Year's night. Time enough to make it right. 'Cause I'm not looking high or low, but I won't let a good thing go. I'll keep on driving through the night. I'm on the road to make it right. Sun rising,
as New Year's calling.
I just keep on driving.
Keep on driving.
Pie shops, co-ops, pool supply shops. Jesus died to save your soul. Camping, boating, caravans, and coming next month's covers bands. Where Victor roadside fruit stall, repertories playing Hammerstein. Candidates for pre-selection, Christmas light spell, it's a sign.
It's a sign.
'Cause I'm not looking high or low, I won't let a good thing go. I keep on driving through the night. I'm on the road to make it right. 'Cause I'm not looking high or low, but I won't let a good thing go. I keep on driving through the night. I'm on the road to make it right. I'm on the road to make it right. I'm on the road to make it right. As the New Year's calling. Good on you. I have to forgive me a little chuckle in that song when I said the word pie shops, because last night on the way home from a gig, from the show, we were driving along to where we're staying and past this big brightly lit place. I said, what the fuck is that? And they said, oh, it's Philly's pie shop. I said, well. So we went past it and we got back to where we were staying, and Dave said, oh, I feel like a pie. Dave, our drummer here. He said, would you like a pie if I get a pie, Mick? I said, oh, all right. So we're just sitting back there having some beers, and Dave turns up with a pie floater about 1 a.m. That is fucking disgusting. Who thought of that? Anyway, I had it. And it tasted magnificent, by the way. But anyway, I woke up this morning feeling like crap, of course. So we did the right thing. We went to the market, went to Le Souk, had a really lovely quality breakfast. So I thought we're sitting about even now. Went and bought a book, intellectual pursuit, going up the scale a bit. I said, let's go and get some fruit, and we're coming out in front. And so we went and bought some fruit. But as we were coming out of the fruit bit of the market, there was a guy selling these Kransky sausages on a stick, and they just smelt so fucking good. I bought one, so I'm like back behind the 8 ball again, you know. But anyway, the other thing in that song, which always makes me chuckle, is a bit about the Pacific Highway. And earlier in this tour, we were playing in Brisbane, and we got an Airbnb, and it was indeed on the Pacific Highway, the Great Pacific Highway, and there were indeed fucking roadworks every day. And it was a pretty funny Airbnb, and the reason I always find it memorable is on the first day we were there, I was just walking down to the swimming pool to have a quick dip, and that woman who ran the place, who lived in the flat underneath, she sort of stuck her head out and clocked me and said, hi. I said, hi. And she obviously went in and did her bit of research on, you know, old rock and rollers who were playing in Queensland that week. And she sent me a message saying, you didn't tell me the choir boys were staying at my Airbnb. And I showed the rest of the gang. And they said, do you think we should tell her? I said, no fucking way. I said, if I spill a bottle of red wine in the bed, I want the choir boys to get the blame, not me. So anyway, after a while, she twigged and wanted her name on the door at the gig, but that was fine. So anyway, I do digress. Brooke Taylor, the newest member of the group, is going to help me sing this song. This is Bob Dylan shit. Really?
Yeah. No, I fucked that up. Sorry. Yeah, cool.
And the newest member of the group.
Wow.
Most of the time, I'm clear focused on around.
Most of the time, I can't keep my feet on the ground.
Hey, I can follow the path, read the sign.
Stay right with him when the road unwinds.
And when I stumble upon,
I didn't even notice you're gone.
most of the time.
Most of the time. It's well understood.
Most of the time, I wouldn't change it if I could.
Well, I can make you magic. I can hold my own.
Deal with the situation right down to the bone.
Survive and I can endure.
Hell, I don't even think about her most of the time. Most of the time, my head is on straight.
Most of the time, I'm strong enough not to hate.
I don't deal with illusion till it's making me sick.
Ain't afraid of confusion, no matter how.
I can smile in the face of mankind.
I don't remember what you did, have I
Most of the time,
He ain't even on my mind.
I wouldn't know if I saw her. She's that far behind. Most of the time,
I can't even be sure if I was ever with him.
if I was ever with her.
Most of the time, halfway can tell.
Most of the time, I know it exactly where it went.
I don't cheat on myself, don't run and hide.
Hiding from the feelings that are buried inside.
Don't compromise, I don't pretend.
Man, I don't even care if I see you again. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Brooke Tyler, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, will there be a debriefing after that? After that little effort. I've lived in houses where sun never shines, by dam courses, race courses, near railway lines. All this you would see if you'd live with me. I've lived in houses of fibro and stone. I've lived with people, but I've been alone. All this you would see if you'd live with me. I'd pay the gas bill, you'd pay the phone, and I'd pay through my nose to not live alone. If you live with me, if you live with me, if you live with me. I've lived in houses with people so bent they can't do their cleaning, they don't pay their rent. My mother would be pleased if you'd live with me. My days would be faster, my nights better spent, a little less disaster if you'd share the rent. If you live with me, if you live with me, if you live with me. Much nicer than mine. Big gardens, front porches painted so fine. But with me beside you, at least you won't freeze. 'Cause I've lived through winters and never got cold. But I'm not growing tired, I'm not getting old. But I'm sick of houses of shysters and wowsers, of drunken carousers. I think you would see if you live with me, if Monday's experts always know what's best, always tell you what you should have done. Monday's experts always know what's cooking, how the game was lost and how it could have been won. Monday comes around, everyone's an expert in my town. Monday's experts, yeah, yeah. Monday's experts, oh. When I see them up the shop, see them down the street, I go up the pub, it's nearly everyone I meet, saying I should have done this, or I should have done that. Hey, by the time they finish talking, well, my beers are getting flat. Monday comes around, everyone's an expert in my town. When Monday comes, I'm bound. Everyone's an expert to this guy. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't mind. Thursday, Friday, talking blind. Saturday, Sunday, not so bad. Monday comes, drives me mad. Monday's experts, hear them talking on the TV, in the workshop, in the office, talking all around the place. Monday's experts, hey, they've always got the good or pity you can't put a bet on the finish of a race. Monday comes around, everyone's an expert in my town. When Monday comes, I'm bound. Everyone's an expert to this guy. When Monday comes along, everyone's an expert on my song. Monday's experts, hey, yeah, yeah. Monday's experts, oh. Monday's experts, oh, Monday's experts, Monday's experts. Thank you. Okay, I'll play you a song that comes from our a record that we made. We didn't spend the lockdowns idle, ladies and gentlemen. We spent it sort of sending files around to each other, just trying to stop from going mad, sending music files and building on them and building on them. And this is a song that came out of that period. This is a song about I don't know what you did here, but as people were sort of confined to their areas and they weren't able to sort of go out or find anything to do, they just walk around. That's all they'd do, was walk around with their little families, walking around wondering if things were going to finish. And people took to cutting out pictures of rainbows and bears and sticking them on the front of their houses, and it was sort of kind of touching because the kids would go, oh, what a great walk. I saw 4 rainbows and 3 bears. And Mum would just be going, 7 young Blanc, 7 young Blanc. That's what Mum would be thinking. I don't care how many fucking rainbows or bears you saw. Anyway, this is a song that comes from that time. It's called not Sauvignon Blanc. It's called Rainbows and Bears. Here we go. What will you remember when you're looking back at this? The place where you were standing, who you were lying with, when the news came through, and the way the conversation would always come around to the fact that no one knew how long this is going to last or what any of us should do.
All the children of the area came walking as the afternoon sun faded. They did clock the looks upon the faces of their parents, all so worried, so tired, so jaded.
Rainbows and bears, rainbows and bears. We were just looking for rainbows and bears. We wondered daily at the monster in our midst, hoping it was something more than our own selves there reflected. And we spoke interminably of gardens we were planting and houses we were painting, secretly hoping for a time when they too might be neglected.
And all the children of the area came walking as the afternoon sun faded. They didn't quite look upon the faces of their parents, all so worried, so tired, so jaded.
Rainbows and bears, rainbows and bears. They were just looking for rainbows and bears. We never sang opera from the balconies. We never clapped the frontline workers at 7 o'clock. And you know, I don't think it would have been too much to ask. But in the face of such uncertainty, we did at least see our way clear to cut out some pictures, stick them on the front of our houses so at least there'd be bears and there'd be rainbows.
For the children of the area, for the children of the area.
The sun was fading. Rainbows and bears, rainbows and bears. They were just looking for rainbows, rainbows and bears, rainbows and bears. They were just looking for rainbows and bears, rainbows and bears, rainbows and bears. Thank you. Song from the pen of our old buddy, Mr. Pete Lawler. I said, Pete, we're talking about music, we're talking about calypso music. I said, what do you got for me? He said, I got a new song, it's a calypso song. I said, what's it about, Pete? It's about my attempt to explain to the people of the suburb of Collingwood and the supporters of that football team where the nomenclature of their lives originated. I said, really? He said, really? He said, I'm going to sort them out with their history. I said, really, Pete? Why would you fucking bother? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, to sing for you now, the ballad of Captain Collingwood, Brooke Taylor. Here we go.
Oh, Captain Gunther Collingwood, his name lives on in fame, for he's the man who gave the suburb of Collingwood its name. From Smith Street down to Otto Street and Victoria Parade, he joined as one to sing the song of how the legend was made. The mighty sailing man. 3 cheers for Captain Collingwood.
Hooray!
He made a stand and he took command upon that fatal day. He broke the
Spanish line.
He sent the Frenchies on their way. Not for him we would
Parlez-vous français?
He sailed the good ship Pelican way down Jamaica way. And no one knows why it ended up on the rocks that dreadful day. For 10 long days and lonely nights, the sailors were marooned, cooling their feet, eating turtle meat among the ice and dunes. The mighty
Sailing man.
3 cheers for Captain Collingwood.
Hooray!
Made a stand and he took command on that fatal day. He broke the
Spanish
He
line.
sent the Frenchies on their way. If not for him, we would
Parlez-vous français?
He watched the ships draw up in line at the
Spanish line.
He sent the Frenchies on their way. If not for him, we would parlez-vous,
Parlez-vous français?
He was a mighty sailing man. 3 cheers for Captain Collingwood.
Hooray!
Made a stand when he took command on that fateful day of the Spanish
Spanish
line. He
line.
sent the Frenchies on their way. Not for him, we would parlez-vous,
Parlez-vous français?
if not for him, we would parlez-vous, parlez-vous français.
Hooray! In the morning when from slumber you awake, find me sleeping like a baby by your side.
Get out to work. There are cakes that must be baked.
If there's things that I must do, I'd sooner let them slide. But you step out when I step in. It is a dance, it is bizarre, it is a dance that's wearing thin, and you step in when I step out. But we can't find the time for talking, seems we find the time to shout. And late at night, when I come fumbling for my keys, the house is dark and all is quiet. Getting into bed, it is so hard for me to please. You're barely hours away from work, you're so tired, but you step out when I step in. It is a dance, it is bizarre, it is a dance that's wearing thin, and you step in when I step out. But we can't find the time for talking, seems we find the time to shout. Some people pray for rain,
Some people pray for holidays.
and some people pray for money without swelter. We just pray for 2 shifts at the same end of the day.
And a life that is not quite so helter-skelter.
But you step out when I step in. It is a dance, it is bizarre, it is a dance that's wearing thin, and you step in when I step out. But we can't find the time for talking, seems we find the time to shout. Been living in different worlds, frozen in my mind. On a blistering summer's day, you came walking down a deserted high street. 1996 a year, a Sunday evening. I walked out of the video shop and you waved with mock embarrassment as if polishing a low window as you walked on by. But you didn't walk on by, you stayed. I stayed, and we stayed.
Do you see anything you recognize?
18 empty shops. Now that was the record number I counted in that strip, and that means 18 businesses gone bust because no one could see their way clear to shop anywhere but the plaza in those days. Now get this, I rang a friend to go for a drink, and get this, it was a Thursday evening, and get this, there was nothing open. But we had stuff to discuss. We were breaking up the bands. With nowhere to walk on by to, we stood on the deathly street, figured it was somehow fitting. There was talk of renovation, rejuvenation, a reimagining, but we weren't buying it. 18 empty shops, no one buying anything. Where you live now, do you see signs painted over into memory? A concrete sky on a cracked footpath. Would you say hello as I walk past? Then they were building a block of flats at the end of the street where you had walked on by. We couldn't believe how high they were or who they'd find to live there. One day, we came along, we found a tape around the building site. It was like a crime scene from a Scandinavian television drama. It seems a crane had tipped, crushed some poor bloke as he stood. They even drew an outline of his body on the road again, like a crime scene from a Scandinavian television drama. Hell, it was a crime scene. You know what they did? You want to know what they did? Do you want to know what they did? They waited a couple of weeks, they went back to work, building the new high street skyline. We walked on by, we talked of moving. Where you live now, do you see signs painted over into memory? Concrete sky on a cracked footpath. Would you say hello as I walk past the quarry that became a tip, the tip that then became a park? An old Greek woman out there walking with the ghost of her husband in the dark. When you look at me, do you see that day outside the video shop? The business has gone bust and the outline of a dead man on the road. Do you see the days and the miles and the thought that we might leave as but a fleeting possibility? What do you recognize as we walk on by the new high street skyline? 24-hour gymnasiums, balcony dogs, ice cream parlors selling all manner and flavor and shapes of ice cream, bars that are named after the shop that stood there for 120 years before them, and a dazzling array of yoga schools. When you look at me, do you see anything you recognize? Because I stayed, and you stayed, and we stayed. Where you live now, do you see signs painted over into memory. A concrete sky and a cracked footpath. Would you say hello as I walk past? The quarry that became a tip that then became a path. An old Greek woman out there walking with the ghost of a husband in the dark. Anyone you recognize? Do you recognize anyone at all? Do you see anyone you recognize? Do you recognize anyone at all? Do you see anything you recognize? Do you recognize anything at all? Do you see anything you recognize? Do you recognize anything at all? Do you recognize anything at all? Macquarie Harbour, it was in the pouring rain. None of us quite sure if we would see England again. Some fool muttered death on liberty. There were 6 of us together, a jolly hungry crew. And as the days went by, you know, our hunger quickly grew. And some fool muttered death on liberty. So that night we made fires out of twigs and out of bark. And our stomachs they were rumbling all through the night so dark. Wondering, trying to keep ourselves alive. And when the sun came up next morning, then the 6 had turned to 5. I said, right, there's another one, don't you frown, true to me, and hold it down, for it's a tale they won't believe. I get down the whole bar town. And I tell you that's a fact. You should have seen the bastard who was carrying the axe. He was a sick man, he had murder in his heart. Then we reached the Franklin River. It took 2 days to cross. We were wet and we were starving, and for food at a loss. We were hungry, we had murder on our minds. So that night we made fires out of twigs and out of bark. And our stomachs they were rumbling all through the night so dark. They were making noises that the deaf could not ignore. And when the sun came up next morning, then the 5 had turned to 4. I said, there's another one, don't you frown, shoot to me, and hold it down, for it's a tale they won't believe. When I get down to Hobart Town. Kept on marching to a place called Western Tears, a country full of tasty game for us and lent no cheer. We had no guns, we were traveling without hope. But the accent loomed so ominous. God's hand was at play, for a sick man is a type of game that you cannot run away. So stay easy, my good man, your time's at hand. So that night we made fires out of twigs and out of bark. And our stomachs they were rumbling all through the night so dark. I can't say that I feel guilty, 'cause after all it wasn't me. But when the sun came up next morning, then the 4 had turned to 3. I said, there's another one, don't you frown, shoot at me, hold it down, for it's a tale they won't believe. I get down to Hobart Town. Well, the 3 of us kept on moving, but one was fading fast. He had been bitten by a snake. You could see he would not last. So stay easy, my good man, your time's at hand. And when he could march no longer, his days are fading fast, and we were far too weak to carry him. Subsistence, it comes first. Stay easy, my good man, your time's at hand. So that night we made fires out of twigs and out of bark. And our stomachs they were rumbling all through the night so dark. It was a messy job, was one we had to do. When the sun came up next morning, then the 3 had turned to 2. I said, there's another one, don't you frown, shooting me. Hold it down, for it's a tale they won't believe. I get down to Hobart Town. Now he had been looking at me funny, sort of eyeing me for days. You would not need to be too bright to know that bastard's ways. He was a sick man, he had murder in his heart. Now even bastards have to rest, even bastards have to sleep. And when he was in the land of Nod, straight over I did creep. And the axe that he had wielded was all mine. So that night we made fires out of twigs and out of bark. And our stomachs they were rumbling all through the night so dark. Can't say that I enjoyed it, and it wasn't exactly fun. But when the sun came up next morning, then the 2 had turned to 1. I said, there's another one, don't you frown, shoot the me and hold it down, for it's a tale they won't believe. When I get down to Hobart Town, down to Hobart Town, down to Hobart Town. Well, our history is a pack of lies, as any fool can tell. So when I got down to Hobart Town, I told my story. Well, do you think they won't believe one word I said? Well, they thought that I was covering for my mates still at large. Should they be roaming in the bush so wild and free? Back to Macquarie Harbour they sent me. I remembered the fires made of twigs and made of bark, and my stomach it kept rumbling all through the night so dark. And this young fool, he just said to me, hey, it's liberty or death, and it looks a rather tasty one. This time I'll go up and I'm singing, there's another one, don't you frown, shoot it, hold it down, it's a tale they won't believe. When I get down, when I get down to Hobart Town. Thank you. Good on you. Okay, we're in the home straight, I think, now, ladies and gentlemen. Never. I got a couple of songs now about pretty much the same subject. Brooke's going to sing you the first one.
Pack up the car and I'll drive all my things back down. I'll throw my arms up and I'll lay all my weapons down. I won't kick up a fuss, I won't even put up a fight. I hope that you'll meet me on your side of our bed tonight. 'Cause I'll say I'm wrong and I'm sorry, I mean every word. And you'll tell me stories and lies and rumors you heard. But I'll give it my all every tear, trying to make this right. And I hope that you'll meet me on your side of our bed tonight. And I know that it's always the same every time I'm say you'll never let go. You cling to me tight, and I'll say I'll meet you on your side of our bed tonight. And I hope that you'll meet me on your side of our bed tonight. And I hope that you'll meet me on your side of our bed tonight.
As you lay sleeping, I lie awake in the dead of the night. You're dead to the world, she's winding tight. It's such a sweet thing. As you lay sleeping,
As you lay sleeping, thoughts race away like the day I just spent chasing my tail. The price of the rent for the house that we're keeping. As you lay sleeping,
I heard a strange car arrive.
then quietly close the door.
In our neighbor's drive.
And I've not heard that car before.
Oh, but these are the things you think
These are the things you
here
think.
in your darkest
These
hour.
are the
I
things
keep them to myself,
to myself.
'cause I don't wanna wake you now. As I lay sleeping, you leave the bed in the morning's first light.
Whisper to me, it'll all be alright.
You can fight through the day what I fought in the night. With a new broom you're sweeping. As I lay sleeping,
Oh, it's such a sweet thing. As you lay sleeping.
thank you. A picture's worth 1,000 words. But it can barely scratch the surface of all I have seen and heard. And while all around is worthless, I see you in sepia. I see you in black and white. Even in my wildest dreams, even on my darkest night, I can't leave it there, can't let it drop, can't walk away. I have you hanging on my wall. I see every single day, away, away, where only memory can find you, away, away, leaving this path through behind you. It's just a memory, though I can hardly see photos of better days. good enough for me. Up on restless days, so much noise, so to sleep. I just lie awake in bed. I resolve to make believe and imagine that you're here, that you never went away. It gets so easy to dream, but it gets so hard to face a day. I can't forget, I won't forget, but honestly, what can you do? Well, I hate everyone and everything that's keeping me from you. Away, away. My only memory can't find you. Away, away. Even this path through behind you, it's just a memory. See photos of better times are not quite good enough for me. Away, 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 away. Thank you. Hey, good on you. I'd like to say a great big thanks to Rhea and all here at the Wheaty for putting us on, and to Alana Jack and her wonderful band for playing their wonderful songs before us both nights. And I can tell you there's been some times in this last 2 years when this all just seemed like a dream. And I could say to Wally over the phone, I'd say, whoa, is there really a room in Adelaide that's done out of corrugated iron with lanterns hanging from the roof with craft beer in the bar? Well, no, Mick, I think you've just imagined that. So this is a song from that time when I found that I was sending emails to a friend and I was always finishing them with the lines, "See you when I'm looking at you." And he'd write, "Yeah, Mick, I'll see you on the other side." So maybe we're on the other side now, I don't know. But thanks for coming out. Most of all, thanks to you people for coming out and supporting live music. It's good. It's good to be back. I'll see you when I'm looking at you, baby. I'll see you. I see you on the other side. I'll see you when I'm looking at you, darling. I'll see you. I see you on the other side. One fine day, I'm gonna meet you at your front gate, yeah. One fine day, gonna hold you in my arms again. until then, I'll see you when I'm looking at you, baby. I'll see you. I see you on the other side. I'll see you when I'm looking at you, darling. I'll see you. I see you on the other side.
My bare feet gonna feel the footpath underneath, running down your street on the day that we meet, my friend. Not if, but when I'll
See you when I'm looking at you, baby. I'll see you. I see you on the other side. I'll see you when I'm looking at you, darling. I'll see you. I see you on the other side. I got my sights set somewhere around Christmas. I got my dreams here, all that I can send you until then. Wait for the rest.
Don't let it bring you down. Stormy will pass over. Just wait a few tomorrow, and you can come around. Hey, you can come around. So don't let it
I'll see you when I'm looking at you, baby. I'll see you. I see you on the other side. I see you when I'm looking at you, darling. I see you. I see you on the other side. Squeezebox Wally on the piano, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, when I wrote this song, and I just wrote the first verse and the first chorus, and I thought I'd send it out to a few of my friends around the country, and as someone said, it was like my address book had vomited, and I just got in touch with every musician that I knew, and unwittingly I had every state in Australia represent on that song. So I'm only too glad that the person who sent me a verse and a chorus and sang a bit for me was a good friend, Alana Jack, ladies and gentlemen. And she even did a very funny film clip for us, starring Ozzy Ostrich. So it's there on the internet, like everything. So Alana's going to sing for you now. Here we go.
Each night I hope that we'll meet in dreams, and when it ends,
what may. This must be a beginning, come what may. 'Cause I know it's not the end. It's not the end. Come on, sing with us. I'll see you when I'm looking at you, baby. I'll see you. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you when I'm looking at you, darling. I'll see you. I'll see you on the other side. Stay safe, my friends, and we'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much. Alana Jack, Brooke Taylor, Ben Franz, Dave Foley, Squeezebox Wally. Thanks very much for listening. Good on you.
That worked out well.
That's in the second encore. Been a single man. I haven't always lived up here, along with all these other single men, with a ring around the bath and a cigarette butt in my beer. I haven't always been a lonely man. I haven't always lived alone. You know I haven't always drunk this much, but hey, before you cut me down, just try standing in my shoes, 'cause I don't have to hear one word of this, no. On any other day, might care what you say, but every Saturday is Father's Day. You might call it sad, you might call me mad, but I've got one who calms me down. And all the other blokes that live up here know how to leave a man alone. Not a bad old bunch that live up here. But you know that it's not family and it's not home. What of a darling wife for once I had? Well, I'm pleased to say that she still talks to me, but I try not to think of what went wrong, 'cause 'cause if I said that I was right, she might say that she was right. And the only rights I care about are visiting rights. Yeah. Any other day, I care what you say, but every Saturday is Father's Day. You might call it sad, you might call me mad, but I've got one who calls me. Go where he calls me down. We do what he wants to do. I tell him everything I know, 'cause I'm anything to prove. Yeah, I do anything to prove. Every Saturday I will do what he might say, 'cause each and every Saturday is Father's Day. You might call it sad, you might call me mad, it don't feel so bad when he calls me. You might call it sad, you might call me mad, it don't feel half bad when he calls me. You might call it sad, you might call me mad, gotta feel so glad. When he calls me down. I haven't always been a single man. Thanks a lot. Okay, I'm going to leave you this. Sometimes you can say more in a drunken hour or so, and some people get across in a life of lying low. And sometimes you can feel more for someone you've barely kissed, but you don't see it at the time and the moment that you've missed. For a short time she was standing there and you saw her. She saw you and you recall the color of her hair. And for a long time you never thought of her, then you heard she was gone for good. You might have cried then if you could, would have looked foolish if you did. Somewhere the tears have fallen in your mind for a short time. There's a photo of your gang on the night she hung about, and you're looking like a wag. You've got your fat tongue poking out, but she is nowhere to be seen. You won't spot her anywhere. Was her that took the picture? You were looking straight at her for a short time. She was was standing there and you saw her. She saw you, and you recall the color of her hair. And for a long time you never thought of her. Then you heard she was gone for good. You might have cried then if you could. Would have looked foolish if you did. Somewhere the tears were falling in your mind for a short time. A short time, is it longer than 2 hours, or a bit less than a weekend? Is it shorter than a year? Is it the time it takes to not complete your business with a person? To a friend you make in transit, to a daughter held so dear. For a short time she was standing there and you saw her. She saw you and you recall the color of her hair. And for a long time you never thought of her. You heard she was gone for good. You might have cried then if you could. Would have looked foolish if you did. Somewhere the tears were falling in your mind for a short time. For a short time. For a short time. Faces come and faces go in the ragged life you lead, but you just file them all away and recall them as you name. For when a face just disappears, you report it as a crime against yourself, against the world, for a short time. Thank you. Good on you. We've got to get home before Village shuts. So. Cheers.